Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It was Super J 10, yeah, and my brother's going to be in this video, so I'll just help him out. But this is my first video on my creating a gaming PC. So it's a build really on how to make your own gaming PC, and I'm just going to give you tips on what to know, because this was my first ever computer built, and I built it myself. Actually, I built it with my friend, but you know, he lives like a few hours away from here. So when he came over for a week, we just ordered all the parts and we thought we'd build one. So first of all, I will be putting each links in the description, and it's not some next ultimate gaming PC. I've used some parts from my old computer that wasn't as great, but I haven't put the like £600 graphics card really, and the processor's decent. Got quite a bit of RAM, and I've got like a big hard drive, so I'm just going to explain to you what I've got in here. Then I'm going to stop the video and restart recording it once I've taken everything apart and put it together. So obviously I've got my case, I've got my MSI GeForce N210 NVIDIA graphics card. It's got 1GB of DDR3. I've got two Corsair Vengeance, I think it is, 2 4GB, and then slowly from my old computer, just in there if I can get in, I've got two little small 2GB in between them. Just try and get in. You can just see this really slim. So I've got 12 gigs of RAM in here. I've got my my AMD FX 350 Black Edition CPU here. It's got 6 cores and it's got 3.9 GHz, which you can overclock to 4.2. It's got 14 megabytes cache, and an LNB cache, I think that's right. Yeah, megabytes of cache, and it takes up 125 watts. The case, I came with a 500 watts power supply, so that's good. And now to the motherboard. The motherboard is an Asus, or Asus, I think you can pronounce both right. Sorry about my windows open, it's really hot in here. Asus motherboard. It's got a socket AM3 Plus because I've got an AMD processor. Sorry, just turn my Xbox on, just turn it off. Talk about that. Turn everything off in my room. There we go. And I have my terabyte hard drive, which I got from my old computer, my DVD player, my multi-drive here, which I got from my old computer also. And my RAM, obviously, once from my old computer, which is, sorry. YouTube is Super J 10, yeah. Now I've taken everything apart, well, most of the things apart, and I'll explain to you what you have to do for the other bits. So we'll go down on my knees and get a closer view now. So, quickly cut down. Alright, so here's my processor, that's in here, and I'll be taking that out right now. It's just something I didn't want to take out because it's, you know, it's the brain and it cost me the most, actually. Let's get it out. So to unlock and insert a processor, I'll be going in at, like, you know, explaining to you a bit more. Please just face the other way, please. No, face the other way, that's it. Right, so that's it. So in every motherboard, you'll have a little hook or some sort, and I'll be showing you how to use mine and how it'll be similar to yours. Alright, so first of all, I'll just take my processor out now. That's all the crap that's on it. So let's take it out. Slowly, want to be careful with this. So now pull it up, Jason. Alright, so this is my processor. If you can see closely without the thing on it, because we've got the flash on, because it's pretty dark, you can probably see AMD then FX, but you won't be able to see that clearly anyway. So to insert your processor, you can see there's loads of pins and stuff, and because it's AM3 socket, where's me back a bit, you got it? Right, you can see there's like little gaps and stuff in, and I now know, because mine's like, I've got a little gold thing on the corner, if you see there, get it on the tip of the thing. Just trying to focus on. Alright, mine goes in like that. But if you guys probably might be different to you, but if you're using the same motherboard type, if you look at the bottom, I've got gaps in certain places, and if I turn it like that, and if I look at here, if I look at my motherboard here, I just put it. If you look here, I've got things that are being taken up. See that part right there? Trying to get my finger on it. Right there. Try and get that thing there. You see it? Right next, just on the left hand side of my finger. That's like a little dot. There's no slot there, which could represent the top left bit of like the gap there. See that gap of the processor. So you can nicely now insert it in. Make sure. I just hold this. Get video facing that way. Facing that way. Alright, so just make sure your thing is unlocked. So first of all, you guys are obviously going to insert your motherboard. You'll get screws with your case, certain specific screws for your motherboard. And now I'm going to explain to you how do you know which motherboard is what, or which type for each case. So first of all, Try to get a power supply for your first computer with your computer. If not, you could get one and buy one for your certain case. So first of all, you want to get the case right. So you get the case, and you're going to see what the case supports. And when you're looking on your motherboard, if your motherboard is a micro ATX case, motherboard, sorry, you're going to go to find a case that supports micro ATX motherboards. Some cases can support both, but that's totally up to you which case and will support what motherboard you pick. So for example, I think mine is a micro ATX motherboard, so I looked for a case that supports micro ATX motherboards, and then once you've done that, you're obviously going to find out the processor, and for the processor you need to find out well, obviously you need to pick your processor. So if your processor it has an AM3 Plus socket, or it has a certain amount of socket. So first of all, I'll just go into my iPad, just wait there. Just unlock it. Packy. Talk to my brother there, fat tank. Shut your mouth. Right, so as you can see now, this is what I ordered. This is my motherboard right here. And you can see it supports a socket of AM3 Plus up to 16GB DDR3, and it just shows a bit more. So if I go to my processor here, you can see it's an AM3 Plus socket right there. And obviously the rest doesn't matter, and also the watts doesn't matter, obviously does matter, sorry. So that's just as long as you've got enough watts, power supply, so I've got 500 watts. But anyway, let's just get to putting this in. So once you find out the right pattern and the right solution for this, I'm sorry about the bad camera, it's just my brother, he's not good at it. You just want to lock it. So mine's got a little silver thing here, just push down, pull it out. Move your big hand.
It's your big hand.
Shut your mouth. Right, so you want to put this processor in, just try and fit it in. As you can see, it slowly goes in. If you realise that yours is not going in and slotting into properly, just turn it around, or you coordinated it wrong. Wrong, that's it. So I've already put my multi-drive in. I didn't bother taking it out because it was pretty difficult, but you get certain screws to put in. So once you put it in, obviously mine's a SATA, so you got all the cables in. I've got this from my old computer, and the multi-drive is here, so it's all in from the front. The case is fine. The hard drive goes here, as you guys see. So the SATA 2.5 inches go at the bottom. Yeah, sorry about that. My SATA, my hard drive goes at the bottom if it was 2.5 inches. Or if I have the big 3.5 internal, which I do have, goes near the top too. You see there's frames here and screws. So first of all, guys, you're going to get your hard drive, which this is mine, a terabyte, 3.5 inches. You want to get the SATA cables facing outwards, so facing that way. As you guys can see, that side of the thing. As you can see, it's going this way, so you can see how it goes in. So the slot that fits for my hard drive is the second one down, because I'm able to move this cable. Sorry, move these cables out of the way. Let's move them up there. Let's put them in. Right. So there we go. It's now inserted. It's fine, and you can see I can tell this is the correct one because I'm able to see the screw slot, so I can screw it on and it'll be stable. So I'm going to do that now. Let's get my 2 screws, which were provided to me from the with the case. Just get my screwdriver. Just gonna give it just a quick. Not gonna tighten it properly yet. Just put it in quickly. I like to pull it up just to tighten it a bit more. Don't want to put too much pressure on. I'm just going to leave it there naturally. Get the other one in. Then I'll tighten them up a bit later. So we've got this done. Get it in. Right, so it's just loose, but it's there. So I'm just going to leave it as it is at the moment. I will tighten it in a minute. So now, as you guys can see, I've got my RAM here. If you come over here, Jason. My RAM, I've got my Corsair, 2 4GB. See, both 8 gig, 2 times 4. Then these are 2GB each. Right, now to support your RAM, guys, you want this is something you have to look at, the RAM and the motherboard. So say if you wanted 8 gigs of RAM, you need to find out what your motherboard supports. So if I got my motherboard here that I purchased, I'll go onto it now. This is from Amazon. I'll go down to the description, which I can't find. Here we go, see more product details. Here we go, here it is. And it's not much here, is there? Right, there's a way where I found it. Well, anyway, I'm trying to find it now. Max supported 16 gigabyte. I think max bus speed is 260 megahertz, sticks to 2600 megahertz. But I don't think that's right. But how I understand it from my first time is motherboards support certain megahertz. So say these were as you guys can see, these are 16 megahertz, 1600 megahertz. See that? So mine supported up to around about quite a bit. I can't remember how much. So mine supported all of them, going down from 13.300 megahertz. I think these ones from my old computer. So they all were supported. So these are 1600 megahertz, and these are GDR3. These ones are of 2.2 gigabytes of RAM, and then these are DDR3 of 2.4s. So they're all supported because they've got the correct megahertz. That's how you really understand it. Just as long as your megahertz are the same on the RAM and the motherboard, then it's supported. And make sure you got enough slots. So you can obviously see them by pictures, or you can read in the description. So I've got 4 slots. So I'm going to insert my RAM in now. Actually, I think, yeah, I'll insert my RAM in first. So just quickly get this. I think that's the correct way. As you guys can see, you want to match the tip to the tip. So once I've got this one in, this is the biggest one, so I'm going to leave it as it is. But because these ones are smaller, I'm going to insert these 2 first. So I'm going to put these 2 on blacks. You just want to push them down until you can hear them click. And obviously you see the levers come up. Get the other one on the black. There we go. As you guys can hear, they clicked very well. And obviously this is the biggest one. Well, these are the big sets. And put these in. And you guys can see they're all clicked in. And just want to put some pressure on them, just in case. A bit more pressure. So that's fine now. Now we're going to get to put in my fan that was supplied in, my CPU fan on. So that was supplied with the thing. So as you guys can see, the bottom of the CPU fan, it's got the thing. It's got like the little gooey crap, whatever you want to call it. Don't know the name of it really, from my AMD thing. Let's just move these cables out. This is my SATA cable, which will connect everything up. So I'm going to put it down nicely now. As you guys can see, I've got these silver hooks, which will hook onto these. So now, nicely going to just get at this angle, at the bottom here. Try and look through the camera as well. I'll just put it on nicely. As you guys can see, I've placed it on top now. Just try and get back to get it in a bit. It's a bit difficult. I think if I put it in the right way, yes, that's correct. I have put it right way because that's where the hooks go. Let's try and get them in. Oh god, so annoying. Wait for it. 1 minute. There you guys, put them there. Right, now you want to get your silver hook and try and hook it on. Actually, I think I have put that in properly. 1 minute. No, I haven't. 1 minute, so I want to be careful now. Guys, put the light on top, just so I can see. So you want to try and get this up there. Try and get it down now. Oh, there we go. And come on this side again, Jason. As you guys can see now, it's on top of the processor now, so it's going to keep it cool. It's on now. And then you want to try it and hook everything up. So try and hold this silver bit in here. So it's unhooked into there. Just try and get it in, like the silver on the side of the thing. That was it. That's normally loose, so I hooked it up. And then to the other side, there'll be the same thing. Just want to try and hook it in. Jason can have the light over here. And then you just push down a bit to get it in. Be careful, you don't want to ruin your motherboard. There we go. So there you go, now it's tightened up. Then you want to pull this back just to tighten it. And then that's it, it's done. Alright, so we've got the fan here. Now you have your CPU fan. So if you look on your motherboard, it's labelled CPU fan right there at the top, right there. If you just try and get it in, Jason, get it. See, it's labelled CPU. Sorry about that. Jason's iPhone overheated. It said cool down, so we just quickly restarted it and let it cool down quite a bit for a bit. So now let's get to the graphics cards, guys. This is, just be careful. Grip it. Here, my graphics cards over here, Jason. This is my MSI N10 Nvidia graphics card. This only cost around about £30. But for £30, this graphics card is really good because it runs GTA 4 on, I say medium settings very smoothly, which is really good. It starts to lag a bit on high, but it is fine for me on medium anyway, as this is my first computer. So first of all, getting the right graphics card for the right motherboard. So as you guys can see, if I look on my motherboard straight away, it says right there PCI E2 2.0 times 16. And so what I did is I looked on the motherboard as well, and it said the same thing, obviously, because they ain't gonna lie about that. So I went on to Google, Amazon, sorry, and looked for, I typed in graphics cards for with that model number right after, and it came up with all sorts of graphics cards with the same code on it. Well, you know, letters or whatever you want to name it. So I ordered this one because I thought I don't want to put quite expensive graphics cards. It may be the wrong thing, and you know I don't want to get upset because it'll be the wrong thing. But anyway, it was fine anyway. Plus, I don't want to spend too much on graphics card, even though a gaming computer is all about graphics card. But this is standard, and it does do Battlefield really well, actually. So I'm quite surprised on what a £30 thing can do. So anyway, inserting your graphics card. Make sure your graphics card slot is open, which is this. So you just want to push down a bit. And then once you do that, just get the graphics card in. Jason, move back a bit now. So as you guys can see, it's got, that's how it is, the chipset. Very difficult this is, so you want to try and set it in.
It's a wave, isn't it?
Yeah. So just want to get it. As you guys can see, if you look over here, Jason, come over here. As you guys see, if there's a slot like these, like mine was closed up, you just want to push in and rip it out, or however it goes for you, or unscrew it for your computer. So let's get this in now. So 1 minute to get up. Jason, move your hands up, higher up, please. Alright. So I'm just trying to get it in correct because the graphics card is pretty big. I'm just trying to get it in. Very difficult to see. Where's what? Oh, that's the second slot. And it, trying to get, see from this end I can't see much.
No.
Is it in?
No, you're doing it in the middle. That's the middle. You're forcing it down in the middle. Pull it open. Pull it up.
That's how it's supposed to be. Just be quiet, man.
Pull it back.
Let's get up.
Told you.
What are you on about? Shut up. There we go. So you put some pressure in, and there you go. So it's in now. Just make sure these are open, and then you push, and then you can hear it click, just like the RAM, and then it clicks in. Don't worry about that. That doesn't mind. It doesn't matter about that. The back. Is that the graphics card? There. There. Just try just fitting it in. And as you guys see now, you'll get, obviously you've got a lot of screws. So you now want to get a screw, and you want to screw this bit up over here, right here, inside. Top here, Jace, where my fingers. Yeah, I agree. Just down top there, see the silver stain? You guys want to get a screw and screw that in, just because you don't want a wobbly graphics card. So we just give the camera back to my brother, get the screw here, and then I'm going to screw it in. Guys can probably just see it from that little gap there. Just push it in a bit, and then just screw it in. That's at a very hard angle on how I'm doing this. And it's now screwed in, so easiest way is this way, obviously. But just so you guys could see it, I put it from that other end, from here. So now that graphics card is now in, as you guys can see now. This all connect everything up, so obviously it's tightening my hard drive up now. Oh wait, that's not, that screw's always loose on this. Trying to screw this part of the hard drive. But anyway, that's done. So these are the SATA cables, which all connect to everything. So first of all, put all these cables in now. So this fan is connected, and this CPU fan is now sorted. It's literally like a jigsaw puzzle, clicking and putting everything together. So for one, as you guys can see, this cable is like the biggest one there, like the thickest one. And you can obviously tell by looking at my motherboard, like from the whole thing, it goes here, the blue one, and you can see by the shapes and stuff. So now, just move these cables out the way, and just match it up, as you guys see from here, just get the back here. And then you just want to put some pressure on. Trying to take this one out is very difficult. So once you do that, now I'm just going to stand up. I've got all my cables and stuff here now. So these are cables that came with, that are connected to the case itself. So to be able to use the USB ports and the on the case, you need to be able to connect it to the motherboard, which is obviously the motherboard is powered from the CPU. No, not CPU, sorry, power supply. And then they're all being and the audio and stuff. So they're all being labeled USB and stuff. So you want to look around for the correct ones, and so you guys can see. Just hold this up. Oh god! You see these two right over here? You've got USB 3, and they all look, as you guys can see, the correct things, the correct the match. So this one is the USB, so it goes over here where the USB would go. I'll just put it over there. Actually, I'll put it on this side in the middle. Wait, there. And you just push it in, and it fits correctly. And this is a bit different. So it's the HD audio. I'm just trying to remember now where this one did go. Oh, here we go. It was over here. So you guys can see, because if you look there's a little gap. Like, Jace, if you get closer. There's a little hole just there. You guys can't see it, but it matches this. Right there. Just try to focus on it. Yeah, it's hard to focus on this thing. Oh, move back then, innit? There you go. Yeah, I'll do it. As you guys see. Anyway, if you can't focus on it, there we go. There's just one right there that can't hold, so HD audio. It goes in right here. It's just literally trying to match it up. So that is now plugged in. So now you got to see what's what now. So here we go. We've got some SATA cables to power that, you know, this power supply can power up. So as you guys can see, this can power up a hard drive or my multi-drive. So I'm going to use this to power up my multi-drive. So as you guys can see, the long one goes right there into the back of the multi-drive. Sorry if it's difficult to view. Jace, can you try and get it up high up? There you go. So this goes at the back. Just put some pressure in. And same goes with this. Just make sure they line up. Oh wait, no, that don't go in it. That's just for the SATA bit. Sorry. These are for something else. Sorry. These SATA cables connect them up, so you connect each one up. So we'll do that in a minute. That's for the small slot. We've also got another one somewhere around here. I'm trying to find it. It is. Right, first of all, as you guys can see, this is one that's not been plugged in, and I think this is what powered the motherboard up, and it's just a 4-1. So if you look around on all the slots, this goes here. Just trying to see it at the same time. View it. Is it this side? No, it's this side, sorry. There we go. So now I'm just looking for the other SATA one, which I just saw and lost. Nah, that's not it, Jason. Oh, wait. No, that is not it. It'll be here with the power supply. Trying to find it, I've lost it. There's two that came with it. Oh, here we go, I'm holding it right in my hand. So as you guys can see, you can tell it's a SATA, because on both of them it says SATA there. So, I can now slot that into my hard drive. Oop, that's just my screw come undone anyway. And now I'll just tighten them up again. Now I just want to move the cables a bit out of the way a bit. Just check everything's fine, plugged in. So these cables I'm going to put at the bottom. Just try and get them off the motherboard as much as I can. And now you guys can see this. Also, let me just get down, sorry. Put that over there. These also came with the motherboard. So you can see we have the HDD LED light. We've got the reset switch, which is also on the thing, on the case. And we've got the power switch. So now you guys thinking, where the hell did these go? Well, me and my friend, well, I found it difficult to find this, but he was also looking, and instantly he found it as soon as he started to look. And the right here at the bottom, as you guys can see, I'll just there's a quick picture. If you go right to the bottom, you guys can see very small writing on the white slot. It says HDD LED just there. Well, it says LED for that one, but we know it's for HDD. And then you got the power switch and the reset. So what you guys are going to do, these two little small slots right there. You probably won't see them clearly, but in the things, and you can put them on. So this is the HDD LED. Doesn't matter which way you put them, but we faced them that way. You're going to put them right there, in the two slots where they exactly sit. So we've got that there, the HDD LED in. We've got a reset switch, which will go over there. Wish I had smaller fingers to be able to put these in. And then now we have the power switch, which will go right next to it. I think that's correct. There we go. So now I've inserted them. I'll just show you again, close up. You guys can see now see that it's in. Just try to focus in. Power switch connected to the correct ones. There you go. So that's that's everything now connected. That's everything all sorted up. Now we need to finish the last 2 SATA bits to this. So as you guys can see, we've got the SATA cables here, and these cables come with the case. But if you're short on some, you can buy them for like £1 or 2 from the Amazon or wherever you guys you know, plan to buy them from. So first of all, you want to line them up. Either way, you can put this. I do them this way because I prefer the better. So I'm gonna look for 1, which I can't find. Here we go. So 1's over here, guys, on the blue USB things. Plug that in, and then the other side's gonna go to the last bit of the multi-drive, and then we've got this again, this side, and you want to do the same. Just trying to find this. Wait, is that the right way? Nope. This way. There we go. And then you just want to get it in. And there we go. So that is everything sorted. No screws missing, so I'm just going to get the PC. So I plugged everything in. Sorry about that. My brother accidentally pressed. I'll just show you that. Accidentally pressed the record button, which stopped it. So we thought there's no point. Let me just record it. I've got my HDMI into my graphics card, and then I've got my hard drive in, and everything's sorted. So just to see if it works, everything's on. Turn the switch on, as you guys can just hear. I'm now going to get my keyboard and mouse out, which is just here. I just put it on the left here on the floor. Let's get my other one. Keyboard out. Good to go. God. Loads of cables here. I got my setup and stuff. So here's my mouse and keyboard. So let's see what happens. Let's move the case back a bit first, so you can see if the LED works. As you guys can see, the LED is working, which is good news so far. As you guys can see, the multi-drive's working. The lights, LEDs going on. You can see the fans. Both fans are working correctly. Try not to touch it when it's on, but just move the cables out of the way. You don't want to interrupt the fan. And you can see the fan, the case fan, is working fine as well. So just turn my TV on. You guys see if I press caps locks and stuff, caps lock and stuff on my keyboard, it works correctly. I turn my mouse upside down. You guys can see that LED of the light is on. There's my motherboard. So it's just setting up. Right, YouTube map, sorry about that. My brother took a bit long to load up, so I just set everything up, and now I'm going to log in. So it's my theme, really cool. Just show you the specs of the computer, even I've told you there. And I will put a link to everything in the description if you guys want to build this exact same one. Also, I'll be selling this computer for around about £350 to £400, and I'll be doing more. And I also want to buy a new computer once I sell this one. If anybody wants to buy it, just send me a message if you guys are interested. Put Rose a comment. Post a comment. Sorry for this. I'm supposed to comment, and I'll get back to you about the price, or if you guys want to buy this beast. Let's go to control panel. Right click. No, not showing desktop. Right click. Open. Oh no, not control panel. My bad. Computer. Properties. So as you guys can see now, I've got AMD FX TM6350 6-core processor, 3.9 gigahertz. I haven't overclocked this yet, but by the time I'll sell it to you guys, well, once I sell it to you, I'm going to overclock it. Got 12 gigs of RAM. Got 64-bit operating system, and then it's just the name of the computer. Ain't got much of a graphics card yet, but I've got Windows 7 Home Premium on it, so it's pack 1, and that's all, guys. So once again, if you guys are interested in buying this from, you know, for the price $350 to $400, just please message me, or you know, post a comment, and I'll get back to you. And if you guys actually want to get a computer built for you, just let me know what you want it for. I'm happy if you pay me. I'll buy you all the parts. I'll give you the exact price. I'm not ripping you off. I'll give you all the links. I'll buy it for you, and I'll ship it for you for free, I'll build everything for you and give it to you. So, and if you have any computer problems, I may know something about it. Just let me know. And also, guys, I have a GTA 5 giveaway. So if any of you guys are interested in entering for free. I'll put the annotation in the video right now.